Founder Culture, the podcast for founders and startup leaders who understand that building a business may be hard, but building a team, now that's where things get tricky. I'm Romaine, right? Founder of Just Right Consulting LLC and creator of Thrive or Derive. In every episode, I take one real team issue, break down the behaviors driving it, and provide strategies on how to fix it. Welcome to the show. This episode is called I Don't Need Help. I Can Handle This on My Own. Listen, I get it. You are resourceful. You're scrappy and capable. That's probably a big reason why you started your business in the first place. And guess what? You didn't just start your business. You've done everything. You've built every aspect of it, from building the offer, setting up the systems, closing the deals, even doing the work. Every part of your business has your fingerprints all over it. But guess what? The more success you have, the more work you've got to do. So as you are getting more and more clients and building and growing, I'm sure you're finding that you also are working longer hours just to get everything done. And suddenly, every new opportunity, instead of feeling like a blessing, starts to feel like a burden. Now, listen, if you don't relate to this, that's okay. I'm talking to myself today. This is personal to me and something that I continue to be conscious of so that I don't fall into this pit again. So let's talk about it. The challenge here is when you are a person who gets things done, you're the visionary, you're the executor, you're the one that people can trust and depend on. They do. They ask you to do stuff. When people know that you get things done, when they need help, they come to you. And you are so proud of being that person that people can depend on. And then they tell someone else, you know what? You need help with that? This person gets it done. Romaine gets it done. But when you are one of those people that gets it done, eventually you're stretched to the limit and you can't do it all. And you try because you've got something to prove. You really take it personal and you really are proud of the fact that people can depend on you. Again, if this is not something that you can relate to, I'm talking to me today in this episode. So what's really happening, right? That's the challenge. And the issue with that is we can only do so much when we're one person trying to do it all. So I've labeled this behavior. You guys know I want to put a name on something. It's not enough to just talk about it. What I'm calling this is the hero habit. This habit of doing instead of leading, because doing is what's brought us success in the past. It's what's gotten us accolades. It's what got us promoted. It's what got us hired. It's what has gotten us seen. And this hero habit is often driven by the belief that if we ask for help, it actually makes us look weak and vulnerable and like we really don't get it done. But the problem is, we, again, can only do so much. Very often, this hero habit is masked in independence. I don't need help. I got it. Don't worry. I got it. But really, it's limiting us in our ability to be our best selves and to fully show up when we are performing and getting things done. Now, I've said I'm talking to me, but just in case you are thinking, trying to figure out, is this something that I'm struggling with? Here are some signs that you may be dealing with the hero habit. So if you keep taking on more, even though you know you are maxed out to the limit, you may be dealing with the hero habit. If you have delayed hiring or asking for help because doing that feels like it will be more work than less work, you're probably dealing with the hero habit. If when you do ask for help, you micromanage them because you really feel like you've got to do all the things and be in the middle of it all, you may be dealing with the hero habit. And this last one, this is mine. If you wear exhaustion like a badge of honor, you may be dealing with the hero habit. There's a saying that goes, hustle until your haters ask if you're hiring. The issue with us that deal with this hero habit is we never hire them because we're too busy hustling and we think it's a big deal that they're looking at us and hating. But what we really are doing is stretching ourselves to the limit. Now, when I keep saying that I'm talking to me, it is because I experienced this early on in my career in my mid to late 20s in a very real way. I was working for a mental health agency and I was proud of the fact that my work consumed 70% of my time. I actually proclaimed it proudly, and it didn't matter to me that it was overtaking my life until it started to affect my physical health, my mental health. I was literally dreaming about doing paperwork. Like in my dreams, I was responding to emails and doing paperwork and checking up on people. And it took for my mom to have major surgery for me to realize what was happening in my life. I sat down with my boss and I'm like, hey, I need to take off a week to go be with my mom because we lived in different states. And she, my boss, being this insightful person that she was like, hey, Romaine, no, you're not going to take off a week. You are overwhelmed. You're taking 3 weeks. You're going to take 3 weeks. You're not going to call here. You're not going to check emails. No one's reaching out to you. We've got it. Go and disconnect. And when you come back, you're going to be on a 4-day week because you're doing too much. The problem for us as founders and entrepreneurs is we often don't have someone to tell us that we're doing too much. We feel like we've got to carry it all. So this is something, again, that I've experienced myself and I'm continuously conscious of because I know it leads to burnout. So let's talk about how to reset it. We've talked about the challenge and the behavior. How do we reset it? You guys have been watching. This is like the 5th or 6th episode. So you know by now, it always starts with shifting your mindset. In this case, we're talking about shifting ourselves from hustling to leading. So we're shifting from the hustle mindset to the leadership mindset. And we're doing that with 3 words. Who, not how. Who, not how is a philosophy that was developed by Dan Sullivan and made popular in a book actually called Who, Not How that I was reading when I was preparing for this episode. And I was like, this is perfect. Who, not how. And essentially, it calls on us when we need to get things done. Instead of asking, how do I get this done? We ask, who can help me get this done? And taking that approach anytime we need to get something done. Now, taking this approach requires that you, as the leader, become crystal clear about what you want to be done, what that outcome actually is. And it also requires that you back up a little bit and let that person have some space. So, in order for you to start using the who, not how approach, I'm going to give you a couple of questions to ask so that you can get that clarity, so that when you are approaching a who or trying to identify a who or a person to help you, you actually know what you're telling them to do. So here are some questions. Grab a piece of paper and a pencil if you don't have one already. And I want you, as you answer these questions, to be as specific as possible. So the next time you want to make a big move, ask yourself, what do I need to accomplish, right? What's the long-term outcome for this project, this task, this idea? What do I need to accomplish? Then what impact will this have? Again, be as specific as possible. What are all the ways that it's going to impact you and your business and those around you? Then what does the completed project look like? What does it look like in the end? What is it that you want them to give you back once you've given this project, this idea to them? Then what does success look like? Very different from the completed project. Something can be completed but not successful. So you need to be clear about both. Once you have fully clarified your vision and ideas with all these questions, then you can ask, who can help me make this happen? And it's just that easy. That's what who, not how looks like. That's a way to get started. Keep in mind, you may not know who the right person is right away, But having that clarity will make it so much easier for you to identify the person that can truly help you when you meet them or you connected with them. Now, again, this will just get you started. If you really want to jump into Who Not How, I encourage you to get the book, and it'll really explain to you how to leverage your network and build your Who Not How approach in your business. And it'll also tell you why it works. Now, we've talked about the challenge, the behavior, and the reset strategy. What do I want you to walk away with? I want you to know that hustling has a ceiling, but leadership breaks barriers. Needing help is not a flaw, and asking for help doesn't make you look weak. It's actually using wisdom, it's a sign of growth, and it is leadership at its best. I hope that this spoke to you. If it did, hop in the chat and you're watching on YouTube, hop in the comments. Let me know how this is speaking to you. Again, if it doesn't, I'm talking to myself. That's fine. Check the show notes for information on how to connect with me, especially if you're ready to take your team to the next level. And as always, until next time, build trust and results will follow.